In today's brief insight of current affairs, I'll be discussing a very contemporary topic which is related to Pakistan's domestic affairs. And the topic is what is informal economy, how it is impeding Pakistan's growth and way out. Let's first discuss that what is informal economy. In simple terms, informal economy means those activities and enterprises which are not documented and not within the tax bracket of a country, which effectively means that the business can operate in a country without to pay any tax, and the government cannot have any regulation or any check because the respective business is undocumented, which means that the business can even run illegal activities because there is no effective regulation on that respective business. I'll give you a layperson's example of informal economy. Let's suppose that you're traveling on a motorway and not paying the toll tax. In the same way, in informal economy, you are part of the economy but not paying the state for it. And as a result, the state has to incur loss in its potential revenue. Let's discuss informal economy in context of Pakistan. According to Journal of Sustainable Finance and Investment, the size of Pakistan's informal economy is estimated to be as much as 56% of the country's GDP. This means that its worth is around $180 billion a year, and this is massive by any yardstick. Given that the size of Pakistan's informal economy is more than half of the country's GDP, which means that bringing them into the umbrella of documentation would mean hundreds of billions of rupees tax collection for Pakistan. And the revenue could be then spent on various social sector projects in Pakistan, and those revenues can also help achieve FBR, which is the Federal Board of Revenue, to achieve its annual tax targets. Furthermore, we have seen that Pakistan government has been securing loans from international bodies to fund various domestic projects. But instead, if Pakistan would have focused on documenting the businesses, Pakistan in most cases won't be needing the loans from those respective international bodies, and locally collected revenue could be used for those respective projects. Let's now discuss that why such a large share of black economy or informal economy exists in Pakistan. Well, in a nutshell, the large share of informal economy in Pakistan can be directly linked with the bad governance. And I'll give you a contemporary example of this. According to a research conducted by the University of Southampton in the UK, most of the fresh women entrepreneurs who are setting up their business tend to prefer to stay in informal economy than formal economy, and the main reason behind that is that they do not have to deal with the tiresome bureaucratic procedures, and which includes spending more money and dealing with complex procedures which they are not used to, and in the end they end up paying more for registering their business than actually what they're getting out of that business. So they're technically dealing with the red tapeism of the bureaucracy due to tiresome and complicated procedures. Let's discuss that what can be the way out or solution to the problem of informal economy. Well, in my opinion, there can be a multi-dimensional approach by Pakistan. And the first approach should be that Pakistan should try to streamline the organization which are currently dealing with the registration of businesses. And FBR, which is the Federal Board of Revenue, could facilitate them to a greater extent. And that can include making a single database with the SECP, which is the Security Exchange Commission of Pakistan, and the FBR, both in facilitating the registration of businesses. And the organization should have a mindset, and that can come through training, and that mindset should be that the government is going to benefit more from the registration of businesses than the individual itself, because with this mindset, at least red tapeism or the bureaucratic mindset could be tackled to some extent, and the businesses would be getting a good treatment then, because at the moment the businesses are being dealt as if the businesses are on the winning end and the government is on the losing end. The second approach can be digitalization of the entire process. What this will do, this will help curb red tapeism and will increase efficiency in the system. Let's suppose that if a person wants to register his or her business, so instead of taking papers, going to the office, waiting for the officer, he or she will just upload it on internet and will get the result accordingly. This will sufficiently increase the efficiency of the system. And the second method can be that the businesses can be given a lot of incentive in terms of tax relief. What this will do is that this will incentivize the new businesses to opt for formal economy than opting for informal economy, and this will significantly boost registrations of new businesses in Pakistan. So this was a brief insight of today's current affair. If you have any questions or suggestions, please feel free to comment or inbox. Thank you very much.